Hello everyone. Well, the topic that I've chosen is online banking. When it comes to talking about a world that is moving at an overwhelming pace, technology has become the essential key driver in all aspects of our life. Internet is the catalyst without which this would have never been possible. Now that information technology has been heartily accepted at home as well as at work, handling activities electronically can be envisaged. Bill Gates once said, banking is essential, banks are not. By this, he meant that traditional banking will gradually disappear and electronic banking, which attracts more and more new users, will replace it. According to Alter, the evolution of electronic banking started with automatic teller machines, that is our ATMs, and has passed through telephone banking, direct bill payment, electronic fund transfer, and the revolutionary online banking, which has been selected to the future of financial electronic transactions. Internet banking services were introduced in the early 80s by the Nottingham Building Society and the Bank of Scotland. Unfortunately, these services were discontinued as the bank customers were wary and not fully ready to accept internet banking. With the rapid growth of IT in the 90s, banks launched their internet banking again, and at this time, it met such astonishing success that these electronic services ended up becoming industry standards. Well, internet banking can also be defined as internet portal through which customers can use different kinds of banking services ranging from bill payment to making investment. This happens through the bank's website without any intervention or inconvenience of sending faxes, letters, original signatures and telephone confirmations. Through the bank's website, the bank customers can carry out activities such as balance reporting, inter-account transfers, bill payment via telecommunication network without having to leave their work on home. Internet banking is the newest delivery channel that enables bank customers through safe and appropriate systems to gain access to general public information or product and services offered and their accounts. With just a simple click of mouse, internet banking gives customers access to almost all types of bank transactions apart from ultimate transaction, that is the withdrawal of cash. There are different forms of online banking which are web-based banking where the customers can access their accounts when they are use the internet. A second form of online banking is where the bank customer through a modern modem dials up to the netbank server to access his bank accounts. This is known to be a dial-up banking. A type of dial-up banking called extranet is a private network between a bank and its corporate customers. Currently, there are three kinds of internet banking which are employed in the market, and these are informational, communicative, and transactional. An informational website is the first level of internet banking. Marketing information about the bank's products and services are found on a standalone server. A communicative transactional website allows a limited amount of interaction between the customer and the bank system. The interaction is restricted to email, account inquiry, loan application, or static file updates. An advanced website allows bank customers to make queries about their accounts, electronic transfer funds to and from their accounts, pay bills, update their account information, and conduct their online banking transactions. Therefore, a bank who is planning to offer internet banking services is expected to create informational website first, then introduce a communicative website, and finally an advanced transactional website where customers can perform the basic transactions. Provider and consumer benefit from internet banking. Online banking is considered to be the most important way to decrease cost and enhance or maintain services for customers. From the bank's perspective, it is the cheapest banking products delivery channel. Together with saving time and money, this service minimizes the possibility of bank tellers committing mistakes. Less staff is required since the customers themselves are in cyberspace. The concept of online banking is an uprising in the field of banking and finance as the product account holder doesn't have to visit the bank and queue to perform the basic transactions like balance inquiry, recent transactions record, etc. Well, online banking comes with its own disadvantages also. There's a financial risk. It is constant anxiety of transactions, faults causing a monetary loss suffered by customers who perform online transactions. Performance risk, a risk that is innate from consumers, fright of losses incurred by failures of online banking websites. Social risk, it stems from the fear of being seen in a negative way by others. Well, now let's see a small video which will tell more about how banking is shaping right now, that is made by PwC.
It's 2020, and the world looks a lot different than just 6 years ago. We have self-driving cars. We analyze and consume information in new ways, and restaurants know our order before we walk in the door. We can also authenticate people using biometrics. That's how Anna accesses her device to watch a message from her financial advisor about the sale of her holdings from an IPO, and watches a video about setting up a university savings account for her son from the bank's education expert. At lunch, Anna browses an electronics display where the latest holovision catches her eye. A quick scan from her glasses returns customer recommendations, product videos, the nearest dealer, and financing offers. As you can see, some of the biggest changes involve the reshaped global banking sector. The industry is more customer-focused, accessible anytime, anywhere. Business and operating models have been simplified. Retail banks have innovated their offerings. They're actively using data to improve customer service and their bottom lines. And they're proactively managing risk, regulations, and capital. Hard to believe? Let's look back to 2014 to see the powerful forces that reshaped the retail banking industry. Changes were already taking place. Retail banks were diversifying their distribution channels, focusing on digital and developing their mobile offerings. They were starting to use big data and the cloud, and beginning to figure out how to be profitable in a more regulated environment. How do we know that the banking sector has progressed so much in 6 years? Because in 2014, PwC's Retail Banking 2020 focused on the strategic response banks would need to take to lead in this evolving landscape. Our report and research was supported by a survey involving 560 senior executives in 17 countries and 9 languages. We reached out to banks of all sizes, with 46% of respondents working for a global bank and just over half of those surveyed working at an institution with total assets of more than $5 billion. The report identified 6 priorities to win in 2020. Developing customer-centric business models, optimizing distribution, simplifying operating models, creating an information advantage, enabling innovation, and taking a proactive approach to risk, regulation, and capital. Only 20% of respondents said their bank was very prepared. PwC's Retail Banking 2020 explains in detail the strategic response banks need to adopt in the increasingly crowded marketplace. Do banks wish to lead or follow rapidly behind? What are their competitive advantages? How can they build agility and optionality into a strategy to deal with this uncertain future? PwC can help you define and defeat your fiercest competitor. We help clients develop a concrete way to tackle abstract ideas and identify how and where you need to change to thrive in 2020. Staying the same is not an option. PwC, leading the debate in financial services with Retail Banking 2020.